Modern digital life operates on a standard of constant broadcasting. Success in this landscape is typically measured by the frequency of life updates, the quality of a selfie, and the documentation of every minor milestone. The attention economy is built to incentivize this behavior. It offers visibility and social currency in direct exchange for personal data and constant creative output. Yet, a specific group of people exists entirely within this ecosystem while refusing to engage with its core mechanic. They browse, they message, but they never post a single photo of themselves or their surroundings. Most observers look at a blank profile and assume the user is hindered by shyness, social anxiety, or a lack of confidence. When visibility is the primary metric for value, we struggle to interpret its absence as anything other than a deficit. We overlook the possibility that digital silence might be a calculated position of strength. Opting out of the standard social media cycle is a deliberate, active choice that requires resisting the platform's inherent design. To understand why someone makes that choice, we have to look past the empty feed and examine the specific cognitive traits that make public sharing unnecessary. This involves looking at how these individuals manage their self-esteem and protect their mental space from external influence. This illustrates social comparison theory. Most users are trapped on the left, constantly measuring their reality against peers' highlight reels. The intentional non-poster uses digital absence as an active defense. By refusing to enter the comparison arena, they maintain the stability on the right. Psychologists identify this as a high privacy orientation. These individuals prioritize the integrity of their own mental space over the potential benefits of managing how others perceive them. They trade the temporary rush of a like for long-term cognitive peace. They choose to live the experience rather than perform it. This stability is rooted in self-concept clarity. They know their values, their goals, and what truly matters to them without needing external approval. They don't chase trends because their happiness doesn't depend on how people react. It comes from within. While many rely on the crowd to mirror back their worth, these individuals validate themselves. They don't need a comment section to confirm the value of their experiences. A psychological foundation built from the inside out makes the metrics of the attention economy irrelevant. At the deepest level, we find an internal locus of evaluation. This is the practice of judging one's life and worth by strictly personal, private metrics. This trait functions as an internal judge. It renders the shifting opinions of the digital public secondary to the person's own standards. This tendency toward introspection often manifests as a preference for authentic, real-world connections. They tend to value the depth of a private conversation over the breadth of a digital broadcast. For someone with this cognitive setup, the attention of strangers is just background noise. When we look back at the invisible profile with these psychological frameworks in mind, the narrative changes. We see the contrast between a grounded internal world and the noise of the mainstream internet. For the intentional non-poster, an empty feed reflects a high degree of emotional security, a confidence that functions independently of a public audience. While a blank profile can sometimes stem from simple apathy or a lack of technical interest, the psychological data suggests that for many, it is a sign of high self-awareness. These individuals have successfully decoupled their self-worth from digital approval. In an environment explicitly designed to make people crave attention, the ability to exist without seeking it reveals a rare level of psychological independence. True confidence in this context is the quiet luxury of not needing to be seen.